I've fed this Acro approximately 6.7 times, therefore it is going to pass out in the next 3.2 beats. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, let's get these guys all tamed up. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more of our Ark misadventures here on Genesis Part 2. And, guys, I've been trying to record this intro, and I just fucking suck at it. So, as we talked about at the very end of the last video, while making the intro Starkest video, we hit, for me, a major milestone of the channel of we have 50 people who have subscribed, which is incredible to me. When I made the channel, I just assumed it was mostly going to be like my family watching, and just me kind of just fucking off, frankly. I still can't believe that so many people have subscribed to watch the stuff and how well our everything it seems to do. And honestly, even since I finished that, we've had 7 more people subscribe, and I'm blown away, guys. I just want to say thank you. It means a lot to me, and I hope I can kind of keep improving this stuff and keep giving everybody like something that they like to watch. Enough of the sappy stuff. Let's get into today's focus, which is a fan favorite creature that I've been saving for this, specifically the Acro. Yes, so the Acro is part of Ark Additions, one of the most well-known and popular mods. That's the right word. I've been for some reason, all I can think of is, oh gosh, why can't I think of it? Best-selling. Popular is the right word. Sometimes I'm stupid. It's one of the most popular mods in Ark in general, even for ASA too. I believe, the creatures are all separated now for ASA, but it's still, a top mod. And for a good reason. Silver Garuga, the guy who does, all the creatures, does a fucking excellent job. They are incredible. The Acro is actually the biggest reason I switched from Xbox to PC, because I really wanted to play with it. And yeah, the Acro is the flagship of the mod, to the point that he actually has a summonable boss for this Savage Acro, which you use glands from killed Acros and an egg to summon, and it's a brutal boss fight. But yes, so I decided to go for X Acros, which is a touch unfortunate because I actually have a Paleo Acro with really good stats too, in all honesty, and it looks really cool. We got all these colors during the Easter event, and that's when I had to I'd planned on doing a color video. It kind of just didn't go anywhere, but I really like this, and we have 30 points in the health and 32 in the melee. But I really like the spots of these. I had one of these before that was black and purple, and it was so cool. So I'm very excited to get these X ones. And yeah, guys, I'm going to get this one tamed up, and then we're going to begin the hunt for some more. Unfortunately, that one over there is fucking terrible. It looks great, though. But yeah, guys, let's get started. Hey, our first X Acro. I'm very excited. So, one of the things I haven't talked about, is how there's a bunch, oh good, he got 31 food, let's go. He actually got 27 health, which is a good starting point, in all honesty. So I can't really be too mad about that. So one of the things I should talk about is, since Garuga likes to do different skins and stuff for the various creatures, there's actually a bunch of different Acros. There's the Paleo one that we showed off, which is done by the people who do Paleo Ark. I believe it's Up from the Depths. And then there's just the vanilla Acro, which is on most maps. Any deserty area, there's going to be the Scorched Acro, which has fur on its back, and then kind of more square kind of shapes. And then there's an X Acro, that's on the bog in Genesis Part 1. And then, of course, the R ones that we're going for here today. But Acro taming is super interesting. Part of why I've been struggling so much to record this video is because I want to talk about taming it while we're taming it, but I just can't focus on doing both those at once. So we're going to talk about it while we fly here. So if you want to tame yourself an Acro, you need a handful of things. The first one is a lot of ammo, because despite being a passive tame, it's not a non-violent tame, if that makes any sense. So to tame an Acro, you're going to have to cycle it through its various stances, which I guess we're also going to have to talk about. So a lot of the time, you're going to see an Acro just kind of wander around like this one is right now in just its normal stance. But we actually probably can force it into it here. Once the Acro starts taking damage... Oh. Okay, no. Apparently we're just going to kill it. Fantastic. But once the Acro takes enough damage, it scales based on who is damaging it. So, like, a player will force it into this... Oh, there's a 112 there, actually. Okay. A player is going to force it into its defensive stance much sooner than a, you know, say, a creature would. Maybe we can show it off here. No? There it is. So as you see, the Acro kind of has shifted its body sideways and is like shoving with its head. And then from there, you want to push it into this stance, which is called Adrenaline mode, which the Acro will lean forward and roar like that and start attacking a lot more ferociously. It does bonus damage, it has extra healing, and it just looks really fucking cool because its blood starts to glow, which is part of why we're going for the R Acros, because all Acros glow red with the exception of the R ones that glow blue. And if you guys haven't guessed by some of all our creations, blue is one of my favorite colors. So, yes sir, I will take a blue-blooded Acro any day of the week. And yeah, so to kind of protect yourself while doing that, because obviously if you push into Adrenaline mode, it's just going to get big mad and fucking kill you. There's really no way around it. You want to put Narcotic on the last spot of your hotbar, and then when it roars, you'll just run up to it and try and feed it. So maybe we can pull this Acro my way, and we can get the party started and really show it off. I don't know what it's trying to kill. It's probably trying to kill... Oh, is it trying to kill a moose? Hello? So there it is in its defensive stance. As you see, it's taking a lot less damage. We're dealing 87 a pellet instead of the 97 that we were before. And as you saw there, once it roars and leans forward, let's try to get to it again. You want to aim for, like, right there, like, in the middle of its mouth. The hitbox has changed, so you can kind of get it from almost anywhere on its head. And you can just run up, feed it the narcotic, and then I would suggest backing off and reloading your weapon. And as you can see, question mark? Yeah, you can see it down there. You can see the torpor is slowly building up. Now, it is very important to try and clear out everything that's in the area so that it's just you and the Acro. Because trying to do this with other things coming over is not very fun. Definitely would recommend against it. Now, I do feel it's important to note that you can actually trap the Acro when it's doing that, but I do feel it's important to note that in its defensive stance like this, its shove will damage everything up to tech. So you will have to repair your gates that you use to trap it, or whatever you're using. Now, I'm 90% sure, too, and we will definitely test it out here, that you can carry these things with a Rhiniothatha, which obviously wasn't intended when the Acro was made, because this was made, like, I think before Genesis Part 1 came out, which that was hard to think that was like 4 years ago now. But, brain, tree. Sorry, my brain is like kind of like shut off there for a second. It's still like, it's like the Windows noise right now. Oh god. I did not want to get caught in that stomp. Okay, I think we got it. Yes. Oh, and Acros also have this cute little, like, knockout animation. There it goes! And it's just like that. Usually it's about 10 feeds is, like, a good ballpark to kind of guesstimate for your Acro. The more damage... It's going to take more damage in its defensive stance, too, to force it into Adrenaline mode, the higher its base health is. Like, the 1X one that we've tamed already, I think it took us about 2-ish full pellet rounds, oh, here comes sauerkraut, to knock it out compared to that one where it was like 1.5. We also have a crazy good shotgun too, by the way. So just bear that in mind. Like, ours is 304 weapon damage. So it does a lot of damage. So your mileage is definitely going to vary based on what weapon that you're using. I would recommend a really, really good shotgun. But a sniper rifle is also a good option. Just be aware of that reload. And I see some dire wolves over there that we're going to have to take care of. So yeah, I think I'll bring you guys back for another one. We'll try and test out, because we actually have a Rhiniothatha here. So we'll try to see if we can carry them to a better position. Oh, that reminds me, I also want to note, because I've had a handful of people ask about our server settings, so I feel like it is important to talk about here. With our server settings, which are 3 times tame, the Acro takes 5 pieces of kibble, which is pretty on par with a Rex. So if you're taming yourself an Acro, I would suggest using Dododex and just scaling off of the Rex's thing. Though I've noticed that they are working on getting set up for modded creatures, which is going to be a really cool feature with how like common and easy it is to like make use of these modded creatures now. Because man, that was like one of the most annoying things. Was like trying to figure out if I had enough like raw mutton for a Ceratosaurus before I had kibble. Oh, hello. He's new. So I guess we get to test out if the biggest bug around can actually pick these things up. I feel like you can. I swear I've moved Acros with this guy before. That is a game changer. This is... this looks so fucking stupid. It's incredible. But that's good to note that you actually can pick up Acros with a Rhiniothatha. So, something worth noting, I guess. I think he's going for my, Oh, he's going for me. Okay. Well, let's get you all tamed up then. Oh, you have... I feel like you've got garbage health. There we go. Oh, hello, Mr. Scorpion. You are going to be annoying for this process. I can already tell. Oh, nope. He's actually probably got decent health. You know, we could scan it with Helena. If I wasn't a fucking bitch. There we go. There we go. Okay. We're making progress. I'm a bit concerned because there was a pack of direwolves over there, so probably would have been worth it to like actually move him slightly differently, but I kind of want to keep him near the female that we're working with up top there. So, but yeah, Acro taming is like, honestly, it's super fun. This definitely feels like the best way to do it, in my opinion, from all of my times taming Acros. Like, I've trapped a bunch. Sometimes they get really squirrely in traps, as creatures in Ark tend to do. And, like, they'll sink into the ground and, like, roar into the earth as screaming at Mother Nature, "Why, God? Why have you allowed this to happen to me?" And, yeah, that's never fun, because then you have to wait for them to come out of adrenaline mode, which takes a minute. So, you know... Definitely super pain, especially since they drain torpor fairly rapidly. Not like giga fast, but definitely like medium to high fast. So just bear that in mind as well with your Acros too. But alright guys, I am going to finish taming up this one, which it should be pretty close to done, actually. Ow. Well, not done, but like knocked out. I wish I could like focus enough on Helena's scan there to tell you, because I can't. and yeah, there we go. Okay, I knew it was close. Sometimes you play this game too much and then you have like a sixth sense for these kind of things where you're just like, oh, my nerd sense is tingling. I've fed this Acro approximately 6.7 times, therefore it is going to pass out in the next 3.2 feeds. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, let's get these guys all tamed up and continue the search. This Acro actually is about ready to feed. You know, we got jumped by a fucking Thyla there. It's making me think I actually probably should, like, make a good Snuffles. Like, I like Snuffles.
G'day, son.
But, like, probably should, like, actually breed a Snuffles so he doesn't fucking die. You know what I should do? I think it's Kraken's Better Dinos. Adds an R version of the Pachyrhino on the map here, just across the chasm that way. Should probably look into that. Okay, guys, there's a lot going on down below us, but I figured what could be a nice thing to do, as we've shown off taming, I think 2 or 3 Acros at this point, is to actually show off using an Acro, because our Paleo one is like all leveled and imprinted and everything too, so it should definitely be able to hold its own in a good fight. Plus, there's also 2 116s down there, and I need to kill the things around them. So let's get on down there. So let's also talk about the various things that the Acro can do. So your left click is just a generic bite, which is actually, as you might notice once we get down here, pretty slow. Like, I'm clicking fairly quick, and like our attack speed is pretty bad. Right click is to switch your stance, and then C is the secondary attack, which is a big AoE stomp attack, which is super good. This Rex actually is what I wanted to fight. So as you can see, left right click, sorry, is going to switch us into our defensive stance, and that changes us to a shove attack, which I really need them to start hitting me, so I can better show off what we're going to be really making use of here. Ah, there you go. You can see it below on my XP bar up there, that heart gauge, and there we go, adrenaline mode. See, our screen glows red, and as you see, we got that buff up there for 30 seconds. Let me just try and do something. See? 4 for 4. Please do your, like, stompy stomps. There we go. So your stomp becomes a triple hit while you're like this. I'm actually surprised at how much damage we're taking. But then again, it is an Alpha Rex, which makes sense. Actually, there we go. 1, 2, and 3. So while in adrenaline mode, your stomp changes, so it's more of a... It's not a one-shot, it's double, and your attack speed and everything goes up quite drastically. But one of the bigger things is your healing also goes up quite a bit. It's going to be hard to really show off there, but you guys might be able to see. I might be able to zoom in on it too and show off, like, are the numbers ticking up there. As you see, our damage is up to 600 on this guy too. Let's try and stomp him here quick too. Yeah, 1,046 per stomp, which we're missing him, which is an unfortunate thing. Also, I don't like that aloe coming over. Please go away, Mr. Aloe. Thank you. As you see, our attack speed is, like, doubled what it is. Now, I'm pretty sure... Oh, no. I'm pretty sure Acros can normally enter adrenaline mode, like, just tamed Acros, but I haven't actually tested it out. But if they can, that makes them excellent for boss fights because of just, like, their ability to kind of self-heal and kind of really regulate, because, like, we're fighting this Alpha Rex with just a primitive saddle, everything that's with him too, like, which I know, like, some of my bloated creatures kind of take away from how good of a feat that is, because it's actually usually pretty hard when you don't have, like, crazy bred out creatures like I do. Oh, there we go. Got the triple hit on him this time. Fantastic. It actually makes Acros really good for getting your first Paleo Giga, believe it or not, because you can kind of just enter adrenaline mode and be able to not kite, but kind of stand your ground. Not very well. Like, you will still die. Like, that's how I lost one of my... I remember taming my very first Paleo Giga. I used a pair of Acros to get it, and it worked pretty good. But, you know, definitely preferred the Spinos. Oh, what did I just hit? I thought I hit something. But I love the effects, though, of the adrenaline mode, and we'll have to probably show it off later, because it's kind of hard to see during the day, but the blood flowing through our Acro, you can kind of see it on the legs there, the glowing blue, which is super cool. There we go. And honestly, it's the wrong key. That's still the wrong key. Our health isn't too bad. Yeah, you can really see our health, like, ticking up there from adrenaline mode. Like, it's jumping really fast. It's honestly, like, I'm not sure who's faster, the Acrocanthosaurus or the Acro, in terms of, like, healing abilities. It's pretty bonkers, all things considered. But okay, let's grab this male there. Actually, let's go duke it out with this Acro first, like the level 20, because I don't want him around, and we're gonna have to kill him anyway. So come here, bitch. Let me fight you. Oh, that actually reminds me, while I'm thinking about it, with the Acros, they're, oh, there's an Alpha Carno over there, too. We might actually have to go deal with that, too. The slap fight. The Acros deal more damage based on drag weight, actually. So, the less a creature weighs, the more damage the Acro is going to deal to it. So that's also something to note, which is, it's pretty funny, the fact that, like, you just bully smaller creatures into submission. But, alright, I'm not sure what he's doing over there, but let's go try and get this Acro. And yeah, guys, I'm just going to get to work on all this stuff, and I think I'm just going to bring you guys back over on the center. So I'll see you then. So, you know, guys, oh, hello. As sauerkraut knocks over my coffee, I want to express how stupid I am for talking about how the Ranunatha can carry the Acro, but never actually using it to actually take the Acro to a spot where it's going to be, like, super easy to tame it. Like, I literally have only thought about it for, like, the last 2 I've tamed, to take them up, like, here or in the bayways for the system, where it's, like, set and flat to, like, do this. Sometimes I'm not really that smart, guys. Please don't shove me off. Okay. This Acro, I like the reds, too, by the way. But we actually are pretty close to done. I've tamed 8 so far. And I know I could keep taming a bunch more, but I think we'll stop at 10 and start condensing down stats together. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to get as many really good stats as we had before. So yeah, alright guys, so we are back here on the center, and I have to grab, I think it's a Swoolberries, is my thoughts. I hear Sauerkraut yelling, so he might come and join us here. But we are back here on the center, and we have our stats all together for our Acrocanthosaurus, and they're mixed for sure. Like, we got some really good stats, but we also got it's complicated. Let me pick this guy up so you guys can better see the stats. So we got, starting with the lowest stat, we got 25 melee, which feels really bad. Like, I just couldn't. I'm actually really annoyed about that because I tamed one with like 190% melee, and it went up to 210. I was just like, that's fucking garbage. Why? So, yeah. We then never got a better health stat of 27, which with the imprint puts us to 10,000, which is pretty okay. The wild card stats, though, are weight. We got 35 points, which with the imprint puts us to 1428, so I actually don't think I'll do any weight mutations. And stamina, where we got 37 points, which is even more wild. And that puts us to 2350 for a point count, and that, like, points. Yeah, stat count. Sorry, I think I had a stroke. So, you know, our Acros are, like, solid. Like, it's really funny, because the Paleo ones that we had are basically inverted, where they had 30 health, 32 melee, but only 24 health, 24 weight, 26 stamina. Jesus. But, honestly, I'm super happy with them. Like, the health and melee, unfortunately, are the stats that we're really going to be focusing on when we do the mutations with them. And those are the worst, by far. But the fact that we're not going to really have to look at doing weight, we probably will do some stamina just to bump that up, just because it's nice to have a lot of stamina, is really good. And I love the colors. Like, it's nice to see it again, and since we got such a diverse color spread, because I think when I did them before, I only tamed like 2 and just mutated them. But I can see all the different regions, because there's only 4 regions, and there's some, like, really interesting patterns, like how there's spots on the legs. So let's just feed him again, even though he doesn't need a feed. And they are different than, like, the spots up top. I don't know. Like, I have some ideas of what we can do with these guys to buff up their color, which will be super fun to do. I'm really excited about doing some Acro mutations. But, guys, I think that's going to wrap up this episode for today. Oh, actually, I wanted to show you guys this because I find it really funny. So, it was a couple episodes ago now. I talked about how I set up these Bavarians, and I bred out a bunch of Maywings. Like, this is just full of Maywings for a kibble. I might have to take them out. Just look at all these eggs. There's so many. Even extraordinary. We almost have 2 full stacks of 100. Have almost, what is this, 600 eggs that we gotta turn into an exceptional kibble. Like, we're gonna have so much kibble. It's actually gonna be super good because all these ones up top here are for basic. And we want basic kibble for Deodons for boss fights. So, yeah, guys, I think that's gonna wrap up this episode for today. I'm really happy with the Acros. You know, I think the X ones are gonna be a lot of fun to work with. I'm really happy with. I can't believe we got 37 points into stamina with them having points put into movement speed still. Like, that's almost the same stamina count as our snow owls, which don't get that. Which also, I think we got 35 points in movement speed too, because of course we did. Yes we did. Because of course we did. So, you know, I actually got like 32 in a movement speed too, so which I was not the most thrilled by. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to wrap this one up. So, oh Jesus, Snow Owl. So, I hope you did enjoy today's episode, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. And until then, peace!